Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm so glad that you are all here. For today's pick a card reading, we are going to be looking at a message from your inner child. I do have 4 piles again for you today, and I am filming in natural lighting as always, so if the lighting changes, that will be why. Apologies for that, but I can't do much about it. So yeah, that's basically everything. So I will go ahead and show you the options that we have today. And as always, please remember that this is a general reading, so please only take what resonates, because you are not the ugly stepsister. Please do not force that shoe onto your foot. Right, so here are the 4 piles that I have for you today. Over here with option number 1, we have Selenite wand. With option number 2, we have Aragonite. Over here with option number 3, we have Citrine. And lastly with option number 4, we have Amethyst. So I just want you now to take a deep breath in and out, and ask yourself which pile or piles has a message for you. And I will see you at your reading. Right, hi pile number 1. Those of you who chose this Selenite wand here, welcome to your reading. I have already picked your tarot cards for you, because I want to get straight into it. First things first is that we've got some oracle cards here. That's not what I was going to say, but we do have some oracle cards over here, which we'll look at in a moment. Yeah, so I really feel like you guys have been subjected to some kind of... It's something that has made you... that has like chipped away at your self-esteem, kind of. Like I'm hearing the word like chipped away at your self-esteem. I feel like maybe you've been subject to verbal abuse, or people like the way people talk to you is like has really affected who you are as a person. I feel like it's definitely something to do with the way people have spoken to you or spoken about you. There's something else I was going to say, but it completely slipped my mind right now. Yeah, I was saying, I feel like obviously, not obviously, but probably for most people as inner child, there's self-esteem issues that have arisen due to whatever it is. But I feel like for you guys, that is a very significant part of maybe your hurt is it's hurt your self-esteem, basically, what I'm trying to say. Is very particular for you guys about your self-esteem, how much you value yourself, or what you think you're worth, or basically what you think about yourself. So I did pull a spirit animal card that symbolizes who your inner child is at your core, but I'm feeling like we should just hold off of that for one moment. So we're gonna have a look at your tarot cards now. Got a few reversals there. Okay, interesting. So you have the 3 of Wands reversed, 5 of Wands reversed, the Sun card, 5 of Cups, and 10 of Cups. I feel like putting these upright for some reason. I felt like that quite often now in my readings, just reading things upright. Don't know why. Okay, let's see. Message from your inner child. With this Sun card here, definitely giving me, first of all, self-expression. Hold on, let me just... There we go, that's something on the screen. Something about self-expression. Being like your most authentic self. Being your most authentic self, which is what all of our spirits want to do anyway. Like all of our souls, I want to say, is like wants to embody the most authentic version of that self, regardless of what society says is right or wrong. I feel like it's very hard for you to do this, to express yourself fully. You have a lot of fire and watery energy here. That's the passion, that's the raw emotions. You may have even been told that you're too emotional, or like the way you react to things, it's maybe what I'm trying to say is maybe you've been criticized for the way that you react to things, because you're very sensitive. And I don't mean that in like a bad way, like you're sensitive, like someone will say something and you'll start crying. Like, no, like you're just sensitive to people, like very empathetic and very in tune with what you're feeling, even if you may not be able to verbalize it that well. I'm very drawn to this imagery in the sun with the flower opening up. Here is the sun. I don't know if you can tell, but like you can see little petals, like it's just kind of bloomed. It's kind of bloomed. And with this being in the center of your reading, I feel like this is a core focus for you right now. Like what your inner child will be trying to tell you is that they want you to just encompass who you are, like every moment of the day, like being the truest version of yourself and just kind of blooming like the flower. Not being afraid of what will appear, almost like, you know, when you see like a bud or whatever, you don't know, maybe you're not sure what's going to be inside. Maybe there's a little bit of colors inside, maybe there are little, I don't know much about flowers. I always start analogies, so I'm like, actually I don't even know about that topic, why am I analogizing it, please? Yeah, like you don't know what kind of intricacies will be inside of the bud, but once you just have to embrace that, once it blooms and once it expresses itself in terms of you guys, it will be like perfect. It will be viewed as beautiful because it's authentic, if that makes sense. I don't know why this Three of Wands is almost giving me this like waiting for someone to save you, waiting for someone to be like, to come up to you and say, you can be yourself, like I accept you, you know? It's like, no, don't sit around waiting for that moment to happen, because it may never happen. Do it yourself. Take it upon yourself to express yourself in your truest form. Because the contrast between the Five of Cups and the Ten of Cups is sadness, loss and grief, and then ultimate emotional fulfillment. And this also encompasses the fact that it's acknowledging that you can feel these two extremes of emotion. You might be very scorpionic, you might have a Scorpio moon or a water moon, Cancer moon, Pisces moon, whatever. That's the water moons. And really be able to feel those really dark emotions as much as you can feel the joy and the happiness as well. Some of you guys also might be Leos as well, because I see that people are attracted to you. This may be in romance, this may just be like wanting to be friends with you, whether you notice it or not, but people are attracted to your light. Like you see how these people on the Five of Wands are trying to climb, and it feels like he's almost wants, they all want to touch this little fire here, like this light, right? This fire, this passion, this warmth. They're all trying to get there. People are attracted to your warmth and your light. So I think now it's time to look at who your inner child is at its core. So we have a bowcat spirit. Life is a mystery. Those eyes are drawing me in. Again, very Scorpionic. You might have a Scorpio rising as well. Something about your eyes draws people in. It's like you're very alluring. And it's giving me it's making me think of cats in like ancient Egypt and how much they were valued, and how much now in like maybe, you know, the modern times, cats aren't very valued. A lot of people don't like cats, or they think they're too independent, or too this or too that, or, you know, they can't control them, so they almost fear them, right? So I think that says a lot about your character as well. People trying to control you because they fear what you would be without them, or how independent you would be without them, how powerful you would be without them. It's also reminding me of Britney Spears as well. I don't really know much about that story, but maybe some of you guys have looked into the Britney Spears story, and it's really touched you as well. Yeah, definitely something to do with control here. Some of you guys might be into piercings, have unique piercings, or always wanting to get one. And you know how also people with like lots of piercings on their face, or lots of tattoos or something like that, also get misjudged? I feel like as well that goes for you guys, in getting misjudged by people. And also that mystery here, yeah, people can't quite work you out. So let us clarify these. I don't know what deck I want to pull for that. I'm going to go with this one. Some of you guys also might be part of the LGBT community, and that's something that you need to be authentic about as well, if that makes sense. Like coming to terms with that, embracing that part of you. Oh. Okay, let us see. Why is the 3 of Wands here? Can you clarify that first, please? Yeah, stop waiting for people to come into your life before you take action for yourself. Also another message of stop believing everyone will kind of hurt you. That people come into your life are inevitable that it will hurt you or cause you pain. Because that's also not a true... That's also a false narrative. 5 of Wands, please. Where's 5 of Wands here? Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, I see that you're a very loving person. Where's the Sun card here, please? Oh, don't we just love when the cards fall on the floor? We have the 8 of Cups and the Hangman here. There's a 10 of Cups here, please. There's 10 of Cups here. 4 of Cups. You have a lot of cup cards. More cup cards. 7 of Cups now. And the Page of Cups at the bottom of the deck. Oh gosh, okay. A lot of watery energy in this pile. A lot of watery energy. I feel like another thing for you guys is that it's okay to be in touch with your emotions. It's not something that you should be shamed for. I feel like I'm not getting like a direct message from your inner child. That's why it's kind of like throwing me off. It's kind of like they're telling you who you are in a roundabout way, and I think the roundabout way is like either reinforcing who you know yourself to be, or And also just encouraging you to just push yourself a bit further and fully come into that light of yours. Come into your light. So yeah, again, definitely see that you are holding yourself back when it comes to your passions. This could even be like your creative pursuits or like hobbies that you're super passionate about that maybe aren't the mainstream, part of the norm, or you feel like you'll be judged for. Maybe questioning, just making a decision between whether fully pursuing a creative path or pursuing more of a traditional path, depending on maybe what your family might think, or even your friends might think about it. But like, remember, this life is yours, it's no one else's. Like, whilst they might have brought you into the world, you also spiritually, your soul has made the decision to come into the world. So ultimately, since the beginning, it has been your choice what you want to do, right? You are always in control. Yeah. Also a message of be careful of who you let into your circle, because not everyone is here for good intentions. Like, the way everyone is drawn to your light, it doesn't mean they're all butterflies. Some of them are moths, okay? No offense to moths. And some of them want to get and interrupt your stability or your finances as well. So don't give away too much in terms of maybe your material gains. Be discerning about who you give this to, who you allow into this part of yourself. Also about, again, not giving too much to other people and nurturing yourself first, putting yourself first. Yeah, I do feel like maybe during this time even you felt an urge to walk away from something, or you felt a bit stuck when it is coming to your life, and you're trying to find a way to break free from this. And what they're trying to tell you is that the way that you break free is by just following your passions, following your emotions, following what feels right to you, using your intuition. Yeah, don't be afraid of making the wrong choice when you do this, because by following your intuition, it's like following your true north, right? It won't lead you astray. It's fear that will lead you astray, basically. So let us have a little look-see at your Numerology card about their message. So we do have conclusions are within reach, full moon eclipse. So as I said, you may be struggling with a lot right now, feeling a bit indecisive about where best to put your energy, or things like where you're currently putting it, it's like it's not moving in the direction that you want it to. So it's like, what do I want to say? So it's reaffirming the issue that you need to just keep following your intuition, following what lights you up, what feels passionate to you. Your motivation is emotional. Did that even make sense? Your motivation is emotional? What? Okay, that's the only way I know how to say it. So yeah, don't think that just because everyone else goes on this, they go on, I don't know, the most logical thing, that's the right way to go. This is the right for you. This is your right. This is your inner compass, okay? It's special to you. So I'm just going to pull some goddess cards quickly and conclude your reading. Yeah, another thing with this bowcat spirit of who you are at your core, your inner child, is that it understands that life is not linear. That I can't say that at this age I will be married with kids, and this age I will have a job where I work this hour to this hour. Obviously, if you want to manifest that life, then sure, be specific. But at the same time, I think what it's trying to say is that your inner child acknowledges and feels comfort in the unknown, that the unknown isn't scary to it, and that it has faith and trust in the universe and its spiritual team and itself enough that it will always be going on the right path. Yeah, you guys definitely have like a very inner guru about you. Again, very Piscean. It's like there's an inner knowing within you, an inner guru that just kind of knows the right way to go. So I think that conclusions are with the In Reach card. It's very affirming that whatever it is you are trying to get to or trying to discover about yourself or make sense of, it will be made clear to you. Like, you will have that little light bulb moment where the whole, you know, when you're just trying to put this puzzle together and you're not sure, you don't have the picture of the puzzle, and you're going to put those last few pieces together and the whole picture will just make sense, even if it's for a moment. Okay. Ellen of the Ways patterns. I'm not sure why I put it on the table because I can't pick them up. Ellen of the Way patterns there. And then you also have the goddess Persephone with inexperience. Yeah, again, inexperience to me always gives me looking through life through the eyes of a child, knowing that you won't always know the best way to go, but as long as you're following your intuition, as long as you allow these gurus, these guides to come into your life rather than like, yeah, I feel like as well you'll find people come into your life at the right moment for you. Like they're helping you, just kind of give you a little nudge on your path, helping you pursue things. Yeah, so inexperience is about embracing the unknown, embracing what you do not know yet, because it's almost like it's a protection thing as well. Like not knowing is protecting you. It's okay not to know, and it allows you to be open to being taught and continuing to learn. Ellen of Ways patterns, making new patterns, changing narratives, changing the way that you speak to yourself or think about yourself, so that you can allow this to be digested by your subconscious and actually become a part of your everyday life. So yes, pile number 1, Selenite wand. Thank you so much for coming to this reading. I hope it helped you in some way. I hope it resonated with you. If it did, then please comment down below, give this video a little thumbs up. And you can subscribe down below to my channel if you want to see more from me. I post mostly spiritual and lifestyle content, and I will see you in my next one. Bye. Right, so option number 2 with Aragonite. Welcome to your reading. I have some oracle cards for you, but we shall look at those in just a moment. First of all, I feel a lot of energy for your pile, so I may just be rambling a lot. That's what I'm feeling like, rambling a lot. When I was looking at this crystal, I was very drawn to the colour, which, you know, it's quite obvious. But I always feel like every time I look at something stands out to me more than other times. I hope that makes sense. And whatever stands out to me is what I go on. So right now it's the colour of this crystal, which is pink, which just reminds me of romance and love. And I don't know whether that will be a key thing within your reading. As I see, I've already pulled your tarot cards for you. But that is just something I needed to say. I just felt like love and romance. A very Venusian energy, Venusian. So some of you guys could have Taurus or Libra placements. You also may possess very feminine energy. Maybe you identify as a divine feminine, someone who embodies that energy. But yeah, that's very much what I was feeling. Some of you guys also might have the name Rose, like roses. The name Rose is significant to you. Anyway, let's see what we have here. Yeah, as I've been saying, I feel very drawn to read cards upright these days. So, yeah, I'm just going with it. Right, so you have the Ten of Wands, the Nine of Pentacles, the Hermit. I don't know why your pile is giving me such a good feeling. A Third of Cups. Like, I just feel so friggin' good at this pile. Like, I feel at home. At home. I don't know what this energy is. King of Wands, King of Swords. My apologies, King of Swords. And Ace of Cups. This is a bit random, but some of you guys on this pile, like a lot of you guys on this pile, I meant to say, maybe like, oh, I can't tell if I'm focused or not. Maybe like returning subscribers, or like returning to my channel to watch this video, if that makes sense. Like, you've watched more than one video for me, because it feels very familiar. Your energy feels familiar to me. Also, random card that came out was Two of Cups. That was the wrong way in the deck. And because I said I felt love, right? So because I saw it, I was like, you know, I'm going to take this out and just put it off to the side. They didn't really want me to include it in the reading, but they're like, just keep it at the side. So I was like, cool. Cool, whatever. I'm going to keep it at the side or whatever. You guys feel like very confident people. This may be your inner child coming through, or it may actually be how you feel right now, but you feel very confident. You do have the King of Swords here, so very confident in the way that he thinks and speaks. He's very sure of himself. He's very sure that he knows what that he has the facts right before he wants to talk, right? Like, he's got the facts down. He's not afraid to speak up. I'm hearing speak up for what's right as well. And again with the Hermit here, someone who's very wise, who knows how to go inwards and really analyze. I was going to say with the King of Swords, feeling very Virgo energy, and then the Hermit is Virgo actually, so that makes sense there. Virgo, you might have something on your Virgo Pisces axis as well. Piscean axis. Right, so when I did pile number 1, I didn't necessarily feel like I got a message from the inner child. I kind of just got like, this is who you are, embrace it. So we're going to see what comes through. Let's see if we get an actual message from your inner child. The Ace of Cups, the Three of Cups here is really giving me like, you guys might have been struggling with connections, or maybe you've always struggled with connections. And also, you may have spent a lot of time alone recently or over the past year. You know, we were in a pandemic and whatever as well. I do feel like you are going to be connecting with people. This could be a soul tribe for some of you guys. New friends. Even reconnecting with family as well for some of you. I just feel like, you know, the way I said this energy feels familiar. You're going to be meeting people who feel like home to you, that feel trustworthy, and just like you can completely let yourself go when you're around them. It's like you have so much in common with these people. I just see like a little group of people that are just have these things in common. It may definitely be like your spiritual ideas that you have in common as well. The way you think as well will be very much in line, the way you think, with this King of Swords here. And then Two of Cups isn't necessarily always about love. It's just about a connection, an unconditional love, or feeling that bond with someone, that soul tie as well, that soul bond, feeling fulfilled by someone. Because you're going from the Ace, look, you have a Ace of Cups, Two of Cups, now you have the Three of Cups. So this is a progression, there's a growth of love here. It's like you've loved yourself. Like with this Ace of Cups being over the Hermit here, it's like you've learned to fill up your cup. Your cup is so full, it's overflowing now. It's like, now I have enough love to give. I've filled up my cup so much, and I'm sure that it will not, that these people as well will not empty it, you know, right? I was like, I'm not emptying this cup again. That's the lesson that you've learned. And now it's like you can give this love. You have enough love to give. Two of Cups again. It's like two people filling up each other's cups. It's an equal give and take. Equal balance. I just want to say something about the way she's holding this cup. I'm not even sure what it is that it's drawing me in about the way she's holding it. It's almost like she's protective, but she's open, but she's trusting. Like, imagine if you held a cup like this, right? Or even me holding a card like this. It's not very secure, but it's safe. But it's got these boundaries, like a wall. But you've got the open, you know? Me with my friggin' analogies, like, does anyone actually understand when I'm trying to say an analogy, or am I just talking absolute crap? What I'm trying to say is she's got the boundaries, but haha, okay, there we go. She's got the boundaries, but the water can flow out, the feelings can flow out, the emotions can flow out, right? Why is this part making me emotional? Ew. Can we stop now? That's just, guys, ew. This is too much. This is actually really nice. It's really cute. Nine of Pentacles, Ten of Wands. I feel like this is where you've come from. The Ten of Wands and Nine of Pentacles, with it being in reverse originally. Ten of Wands, that hardship, that responsibility. It's giving me very Saturn as well. I feel like you've learned a lot of lessons recently, or just over I feel like with this Ten of Wands here, a long period of time. You've been doing this road. Nine of Pentacles for me is always someone who's independent by themselves, trying to get themselves stable. This is a solo journey, a solo effort as well. It's like you've been doing this, you've been focusing on yourself, you've been giving to yourself, you've been trying to nurture yourself. This may even be you doing a new fitness routine, trying to get your body right, trying to get your mind right, like different areas of yourself, right? You've really spent time in isolation, dealing with the subconscious, the unknown, trying to figure out, why do I feel the way I do? Why do I do what I do? And then now you're going to be transitioning into this very empowered state. It's funny because I say we've had very feminine energy here, but we have the King of Swords, which is a masculine of the air energy. So I am going to put a clarifier for that, but I feel as well this is you coming into balance with yourself, which is allowing you to come into balance with others. So yeah, I want to pull your spirit animal, which is your child, your inner child at its core. So you do have the cow spirit. The miracles are endless. Cow reminds me of Taurus, and cows remind me of feminine energy as well. Even though they are very big animals, they take up a lot of space. They're almost quite boisterous animals, but they give me feminine energy. Especially with the way it's dressed up with all those flowers around it in the picture as well, in the imagery. Some of you guys might be connected to Indian ancestry. I don't know what cows mean spiritually, symbolically, whatever. But definitely look it up. I'm gonna have a little look, and everything I find I always link down below as well on my additional messages part in the description. Also feathers. Think what feathers either mean to you or mean spiritually as well. I know it can mean messages, but yeah, see if there's another meaning to that as well. I feel like music is also very significant for you guys, so I might pull a channeled song for you as well. If I do, I link it down below. Okay, you did just have the Hermit and the Judgment come out again. Again, very much growth, coming to terms with yourself, doing shadow work. Like, this is just, to me, shadow work. If you have the Death card here, yeah, it's everything. It's like yeah, It's like you've really released yourself. You may have been drawn a bit to pile number 1. I feel like pile number 1 is going in to do that real shadow work. Or maybe they've just started out. I feel like you guys are coming out of that energy. Right, let's put some clarifiers real quick because this reading, I'm talking a lot for you guys. Where's 10 of Wands here, please? Where's 10 of Wands here? Yeah, definitely. Okay. Okay. Why is the 9 of Pentacles here for me, please? Ooh. Yes. Very interesting. Okay. Where's the Hermit here? I just love when readings just make sense. Like, they've just been making sense. Okay, where's the Hermit here? You can clarify that for me, please. Why is that the 8 of Wands? Very, okay. Page of Cups. Okay, I think one thing you are doing is being a lot more open with your feelings. If this is something that you feel like you're not completely doing right now, this is a message for you to do that. This is what your inner child is telling you, to really just take the leap of faith and just embody this energy wholly. Hold on, I need to change the back. My apologies, just had to swap out the battery. Let's see, Three of Cups. Why is Three of Cups here? Oh, I don't like that. There's just no reason for it, honestly. I'm feeling very much Mercury retrograde energy for these piles, so there could be people returning to your life. I feel like as well you've walked away from a lot of people. That might have just made you feel a little bit anxious, that I knew me saying that. Where's the King of Swords here, please? King of Wands, yeah, being very being very open about how you feel. King of Swords. The Devil. Again, more masculine energy here. Okay, let me see. I feel like I've kind of just covered everything. So you did have the Nine of Swords here with the Ten of Wands, which really just clarified the fact that you were really just dealing with those difficult thoughts and feelings. It may have been your thoughts that have really really held you back, basically. Your mind that was holding you back. You may be earth signs, a lot of you have air placements. Also Virgo is ruled by Mercury, which is all about thinking, the mind, the way you speak, right? So whilst it's not an air sign, it is very much giving that mental energy, right? So a lot of you could be Virgos as well. Yeah, I feel like a lot of you guys have been dreaming about this emotional fulfillment, feeling fulfilled within yourself, having this kind of community, maybe this bond with other people and these friendships. This may be something that you're focused so much on manifesting as well. Right, let's look at your oracle card, because I have a habit of staying too long. So we do have hold your vision here. Hold your vision. Fixed moon, fixed energy, Aquarian energy, fixed. So yeah, with hold your vision, it's saying stay on this path, stay consistent, even if it feels like you've been on it for so long, even if it feels like you may be going backwards. Just because, especially with Mercury retrograde energy, sometimes it can feel like you're going backwards because you're feeling nostalgic. You're feeling like you're getting all those old things that you thought you dealt with. They're rising again and they're coming back up and you're thinking about them again. It's like, it doesn't matter if it feels like, you know, what they say is healing is not linear, right? So it doesn't matter if it feels like you're taking a step back, because you're going to be taking 5 steps forwards each time. So just hold your vision, stay consistent, keep giving to yourself, keep changing those narratives, keep reaffirming to yourself that you are worthy of the things that you are dreaming about and you're wishing for, because they are coming to you. One more thing is 2 goddess cards. Right, what does, okay. If that, oh no, okay. Whoa. So, we have Bridget. I don't think I've ever got this card actually. The goddess Bridget, creative spark. Creative spark. Lovely. That's number 8, and you have number 37, which is in 10. And the goddess Beneficent, or Sin. The past. Yeah. Looking back at the past, like I said, definitely Mercury retrograde is affecting you guys. It's coming into play here. I'm gonna take a book at Bridget because I've never had that card before, and I want to see what she's all about. Okay, I want to read this alignment message because that's what I feel drawn to. It says, sometimes you get into a creative slump. You feel frozen in midair, unable to move in any direction. Perhaps you are unsure of the next step with someone new, or a project becomes a looming behemoth in your mind, or you can't think of anything to say in a social moment. Maybe you think all your best ideas are gone. Bridget offers you the alignment task of moving your attention away and remembering what it was like when you were little. Speaking of the inner child. When you finger painted and drew stick figures and played with your pals in the sandbox or playground. What moved you and lit you up then is the same creative spark that can move you now. Playful curiosity is what's called for. Don't take yourself or your current conditions too seriously. It's time to be free from the burdens of expectations you set upon yourself. Again, very Virgo. Don't try so hard. What sign is the Mercury retrograde actually in? We are in Virgo season right now, so that could be why I'm feeling heavy Virgo energy for you guys. And you're feeling very affected by the energy astrologically. But anyway. Don't try so hard. The triple goddess of the hearth, the forge, and inspiration brings you all her aspects to help you sparkle. Goodness me. Okay, for the past, it says, I'm only going to read you a little bit. There are many choice points in life where you have the power to make beautiful changes and become more creative, empowered, and alive. Yes, sometimes memories that live in the cells of our body will trigger palpable fear, but you can move beyond your past to discover new territories and see a new vision of freedom will come to you. You won't see the past the same anymore. A wisdom replaces numb acceptance. The memories will change because you've changed. This freedom is gained by willingness and curiosity. Relationships become rich with potential, and all your natural choices will no longer fall into old patterns that are not serving you. The goddess Menemosin, goodness me, can't say that, wants you to experience this miracle. So, yeah, I feel like for you guys, it's saying that whilst the past may have been not the best, not had offered the best memories or experiences, this doesn't mean that what's coming in will do the same. Also, those memories aren't necessarily clear. Like, you don't remember everything as it exactly was, right? And those are changing as well. Those are changing as you change. What you remember about those moments aren't always going to be negative. And then what was the creative spark as well? Yeah. I feel like it's about remaining inquisitive, remaining optimistic, I want to say. A bit like hold your vision. And as this whole reading is seeing things through the eyes of a child, like things that are new, like there's something new to grasp from each moment, which allows that creativity to come in. Like the creativity is coming from within you, right? It's not external. You don't need this to happen and that to happen so that you can fulfill that need within you, especially if you are someone who has a creative career. That is all that I have for you guys. Pile number 2 with the Aragonite. Thank you so much for watching this reading. If you enjoyed it and it resonated with you, please give it a thumbs up and comment down below. If you want to see more from me, you can subscribe to my channel. I post mostly spiritual and lifestyle content, and I will see you in my next one. Bye. Hi Citrine, welcome to your reading. I've got some oracle cards for you here, but we will look at those in a little moment. And I did already pull some tarot cards for you as well. So let's have a little look-see. Let's see. So we have the Knight of Wands. We have 6 of Cups. 3 of Pentacles. As I keep saying, I feel very drawn to use these cards upright nowadays, so that's what I'm going to be doing. We have the Knight of Swords. Sorry, I don't think that's in focus properly, but and then we also have the 3 of Swords as well. So, message from your inner child. Okay, funny enough, unlike the first 2, I feel like looking at your oracle card straight away. This is who your inner child is at their core. So we have Moth Spirit, surrender now. Which is funny because you have so many action cards. You have the Knight of Wands and the Knight of Swords. And the 3 of Pentacles, which for me is someone doing something. Oh, I'm getting this message that it is okay for you to feel so deeply. Like the message, like it's okay. It's okay. 6 of Cups here and 3 of Pentacles. Some of you guys might have something about a close bond with someone. This could be friends, family, children. Someone in your life who you have a close bond with, and you may have lost them, or you may have suffered some kind of heartbreak from it, depending on what situation it is. I feel like there's always a message of you like being like, get back out there. Like it's time to start moving now. It's time to start moving now. I'm going to clarify the Surrender Now card real quick. Why is Moth Spirit here? And representation. Can you clarify this Moth Spirit card, please? 10 of Pentacles. For me, this 10 of Pentacles is like a trust. Like it's okay to surrender to what happens in your life, to just allow things to, not necessarily to do the extreme of like, you know, allow anything to happen to you. Don't set any boundaries, you know, don't insert yourself anywhere, if that makes sense. But also not resisting almost fate, not resisting the way, the laws of the universe almost, right? Because with the 10 of Pentacles, at the end of the day, everything will be stable. Everything will be fine. You'll have all that you dream of or desire, all that you deserve. And if you even look at this 10 of Pentacles, it almost has all of the characters from the 6 of Cups and the 3 of Pentacles in terms of children, depending on whether you think of your ideal life as a nuclear family, like a wife, a kid, children, that type of thing. But it has those. It even has the dog on it, right? And the 10 of Pentacles even has the dog as well. If you can see those, there's a dog down the bottom. It has everything. Not just bits and pieces, but everything. So let's get some clarifiers for you guys. So we'll use these. Okay, Okay, we need to clarify this spread, please, of what the inner child would like to know. I would like them to know. So why is the Knight of Wands here? Ten of Pentacles. Why is the Three of Pentacles here? Again, with that Emperor coming out, it's the idea of control and letting go of an ego, letting go of the ego. The ego wants to control as well. Six of Cups. Why is the Six of Cups here? Queen of Wands. I think I've just accidentally swapped those cards around, didn't I? Oh well. Why is the Knight of Swords here, please? Where's the Knight of Swords here, please? Nine of Pentacles. I feel as if there's also a message of like you are close to achieving your goals, but it may involve you coming out of your comfort zone a little bit. There's the Three of Swords here, please. The Fool card, yeah. So aces. You just had two aces fall out there. Feeling afraid to start a new beginning. Feeling afraid to start a new beginning. You may be thinking about either leaving. Hello. I feel like there's always a power. Just get a lisp, don't I? You might be thinking about leaving home. Or leaving like a comforting environment, maybe it's a workplace, and trying to pursue your own thing. Trying to be maybe an entrepreneur, start your own business, something like that. And that to you is scary. But it's almost like an encouragement to do that, to get going, to fully invest in that area of your life that you want to make a change in, or that's been calling for you to make a change. Finally getting the courage to do that and the faith that things will work out the way that you want them to. Let's have a look at your oracle card as well here. It says bring love into the situation, new moon in Aquarius. So those experiences of hurt or loss, remember that that's not the narrative of your life. Your life is not just hurt and loss, but also the opposite of that, of joy and happiness and love. So you need to bring love into your life, more love into your life, finding love in little things. It's also an Aquarius moon, and I feel like Aquarius are known, like stereotyped as not being emotional, not being, I don't know, I guess loving, or etc, etc. But that's not true. That's not true. Because all Leos are the opposite of Aquarius, and all the Leos I know have like the biggest hearts, and that is exactly the same for Aquarius. Aquarian people as well. They have the biggest hearts. And I feel like they are just trying to protect themselves. So let's look at some goddess cards for some... How long have I been filming? Hold on a sec. My apologies, Citrine. I feel like I don't know how much detail I've got into your reading. Like, has it been short or not? Why does that happen to me? I'm like, I feel like I've rushed through it. Hold on, we're going to pull some cards anyway. We're going to see if there's anything else that needs to be uncovered here when it comes to a message from your inner child. So, let's just... Okay. Okay, interesting. You have the goddess Nyx with secrets here. There we go, some focus on that. Goddess Nyx with the secrets. number 40, and then you also have the goddess Saraswati with mastery, 45. Okay, this is very much the first line talks about surrendering. You have next, it says that there are times when you must surrender your need to know. Some things open up only when they choose to, not by demand. Yeah, with this Emperor here. The mysterious and unknowable is the domain of the Greek goddess Nyx. She shows you the veils that may not part for you at this time. Right now, you are meant to keep on your path, trusting that secrets will be revealed as the goddess Nyx decides. Remain true to your intentions. Keep on moving forwards, remaining curious and open to what you can discover. Allow your need to know the details right now, to fall away and just be present to all that life is offering you. Judge nothing as good or bad and just be with what arises. Soon the treasures you seek will be revealed, and it will be better and more valuable than you could have imagined. The goddess Nyx knows what is best for you. Trust and all will be revealed in the divine timing. Better than what you can imagine, the 10 of Pentacles, everything that you would like. So long as you can surrender. And I think as well with this, bring love into the situation. With Aquarius, they think a lot. They notice the details of things. I feel like they're also very fixed. They want to know what's next. But it's saying like, basically, just trust. All you need to do is trust and follow where your desires are taking you. What is bringing you joy, that's what you need to pursue. If you feel uncertain, but not knowing exactly the road ahead isn't a bad thing. Okay, and then also with this mastery card here, your inner child wants you to continue to pursue the things that you enjoy. Continue to put work into the areas of your life that you want to become a master at, through a Pentacles. Putting effort into these areas. Learning to collaborate, learning to ask for help, learning to accept guidance as well in these areas. So that you can one day be the emperor, be the master. Be the one who knows everything, basically, who other people are then coming to help master this skill that you possess. So that is everything I have for you guys, pile number 3. Thank you so much for watching this reading. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up and comment down below. And if you want to see more from me, you can subscribe down below. I post mostly spiritual and lifestyle content. And I will see you in my next one. Bye. Hi Amethyst, welcome to your reading. I have some oracle cards for you, but we shall look at those a little bit later on. And I've already pulled, sorry my wrist is killing me. I've already pulled some tarot cards for you, so we're going to take a look at those now. So first of all, you have the Fool. The Fool. You have the 7 of Wands. Gosh, my wrist is really hurting me right now. Ow. Ooh. You have the Knight of Wands. You have the King of Swords. And finally you have the 2 of Pentacles. I feel like a lot of the messages in these readings are quite similar for like all the piles. I feel like for you guys in particular, there's a need for you to have more fun with your life, like not take things so seriously maybe, because up until the King of Swords I felt very like childlike, youthful energy, and then the King of Swords is giving me very serious, and then the Two of Pentacles is like a desire to balance that. Yeah, so again with the 7 of Wands, it's like not caring too much about what other people think, their opinions, when it comes to how you wish to express yourself. A lot of these messages were how one wants to express themselves, which is mostly what her inner child wants to do, or children in general, right? They're just like a pure expression of their desires, of what they want. Whatever they want it now. Whatever they feel, it's just pours out of them. Because they're not afraid of judgment at that point. Definitely also a message about getting back into nature, because I'm seeing people feeling wind on their skin, like just breathing in fresh air. So trying to get into nature, maybe going on hikes as well. Yeah, depends on where you live, but in any way trying to get out into some kind of naturistic area. Sceneries. So I am going to look at your spirit animal card, which is basically who your inner child is at their core. You have the lizard spirit. This is dream the world into being. Straight away, even though it's a lizard and not a chameleon, I feel like you guys may be natural chameleons, like you know how to blend in. You very much can blend in rather than stand out. You also might be an observer of people, opposed to someone who like wants to get in the mix and like be like, hey, this is who I am. Like, rather you'd stand on the outside and kind of like just observe who everyone else is and make your judgments based off of that, sorry. Random message, but you may have like a particular jewel in your family that is very like precious to your family, or like a jewelry item or something like that. Or maybe that's even just precious to you. And maybe something from your grandmother. Yeah, I'm also seeing a pearl as well, so. Dream the world into being. So someone who is very visual. It's funny because all their eyes are closed apart from the King of Swords, apart from the energy that is trying to, I can't remember what I called it now. That is trying to overthink almost. That's trying to control. It's trying to be serious. Trying to be logical. It's like all the other energies is trusting. It's visualizing the world. What you want to achieve, basically. It's like as a child, you do dream the world into being, right? You have so many dreams, so many things that you want to achieve. Like, I could be this, this, and this. And like, there's so many different possibilities before the society's like, yeah, you wanted to be a doctor, but actually you didn't get an A in biology. So now you can't be a doctor, do you know? Like before those limitations and restrictions were imposed on you. So let's look at some clarifiers. So, what is that? Clarify these cards for me, please. One message from the hidden child. Yeah, I think that's a call for you to take action, and I feel like the action is a drastic one, or it may appear drastic to you or others. Number 8 is really standing out to me as well. I'm not sure what the meaning of the number 8 is, but I shall look it up and put it down below for you guys. So definitely look at the additional messages part in the description box, see if there's anything in there for you guys. So yeah, let's clarify this, please. Nice cool card here, please. There's a 7 of Wands here, please. 7 of Wands here. Where's the Knight of Wands here? Yeah, I think there is maybe you have a habit of stalling, or like holding yourself back from taking action despite how much you want something. Like basically overthinking, right? Like being paralyzed by your thoughts. Like this could go wrong, but then what about if I do this and then this could go right, but then, oh no, but then this might happen. King of Swords. Ugh, 10 months. No, why is the Two of Pentacles here, please? Two of Pentacles here, please. Magician. So yeah, with the Magician and the Two of Pentacles, I feel like there's a need to balance the actual doing part and the preparing part, or the wishing, dreaming part of yourself, basically. Like, it's very well that you might visualize things or want to do things, and you might prepare to do things, but then you don't actually do it, if that makes sense. Like, you never actually get down to taking the first step. Maybe you lack a bit of cardinal energy in your chart. Okay, memory cards change. So I can't remember what I was saying, but let's pull your oracle card. We have a look at the bigger picture, full moon in Sagittarius. Yeah, I do think as well, again, with the air energy here, with the King of Swords, a kind of like an ability to look at small details, but when it comes again to the bigger picture, looking at the whole of not just planning, not just this part, not just this part, but like how everything comes together, there's like a struggle to do that. A struggle to do that, but so I do also want to pull your goddess cards as well, about what your inner child would like you to know. What this inner child would like you to know. I see you might be a very big planner. That's what I'm trying to get at. Like, really good at planning things. Really good at looking at the details of things. I want to have that card because that fell out. I've also been very drawn to that card, so I'm going to ignore that one. So you have Mama Ocha, I think, Kocha, which is water. Wow, that looks beautiful in this lighting. Sorry. Look at you glowing. And then you also have Great Goddess, Sacred Unity. I don't get this card often, not at all. I do not get this card often. I'm seeing a pregnant woman in that card as well, so. But I do feel like a lot of you guys are trying to birth an idea or a project. Or start something. But it's just getting it off the ground. Maybe it hasn't quite got off the ground yet. Right, I want to just read a little bit of this alignment message. It says, overwhelm and empathy overload has opened up a tidal wave of emotions that feels like it is threatening to engulf you. Feelings are unruly now, and you may discover that it's difficult to control them as you project their shadowy fears onto the screen of your life. The goddess says your task now is to detach. Step back and allow your feelings to pass through you like water, without judgment or disapproval. Let your fears be washed away with self-love and understanding. The world can be a chaotic place, and uncertainty can create instability where people will act out in comprehensible ways. Move to higher ground, say no to engaging, and wait. Now is the time to respond when you feel ready, rather than react in the heat of the moment. Let the goddess Quacha, waters of life, hold you up and surround you like a fluid did in your mother's womb. Let love be that water. It's funny how they're talking about a womb, and I said I could see a pregnant person in this card here, which was the Great Goddess Sacred Unity card. I feel like also a message of feeling safe, finding somewhere where you feel safe, or someone who you can confide in who makes you feel safe, like you do it when you're in a womb, right? Somewhere that is designed for your safety. So yeah, like I said, finding the balance between when to act and when to get into that analytical, withdrawn phase. You maybe have some Aquarius placements as well. I don't know if I spoke about any placements, but I'm feeling very Aquarian placements, so yes. And then Sacred Unity, because I don't have that a lot, I will read the message as well. It says, now is the time to view your world through a reverent and clear lens of unity and connection. The domain of the Great Goddess, the creatrix of all life and the Great Mother of all. Again, Mother. That feminine energy really coming through here for you guys. You guys are like creators. Like you're birthing... You birth new things into being, and that takes time, it takes patience, it takes a lot of energy as well. And there's also fear involved if I'm thinking about actually being pregnant with someone. Not that I've ever been pregnant, but I know sometimes it can be kind of scary, right? Just releasing that fear and trusting, flowing with the energy within you. Not fighting against different energies, like feeling tired. Okay, I shall relax. I shall relax. Why don't I say it like that at all? I'm feeling tired, so I'm going to relax. I'm feeling energized, so I'm going to act now. Okay, it's time to leave the wrong. It's trying to leave the right/wrong, good, bad, good/bad, zero-sum game world behind. Enter the space where you can find the sacred ground of sharing without guile. Work with the desire that everyone benefits. Look at others as if they are also a reflection of yourself. Take a humble yet grounded approach to your life right now. Be accountable for the energy you put out into the world and be aware of how you influence your surroundings. The Great Goddess reminds you that you may see yourself as different than others, but you are all one in her presence. Treat others as you would like to be treated, and miracles abound. This is truly an auspicious time in your life to grow and expand. Yeah, so remembering that you're just not disconnected from people. Things that you admire about other people you have within yourselves. Things that you dislike about other people you have within yourself. So really thinking about those what are they called? Those high emotions that you feel. Like when you feel angered by something or happy about something, just kind of taking a moment back and being like, why did I feel like that? Is there something that I should, you know, basically bring within myself more? That I could bring within myself. Looking at the bigger picture, looking at the whole. How this impacts not just me, but other people. Yeah, I think with this lizard spirit being here, it's like you are very aware of how other people impact each other. Like you have this observational quality about you where you can see how they might impact that person, and how this group, the energy of this group is. Like you can observe a group and understand its energy, but maybe you don't know how your energy is also impacting the group. Like you can't take yourself, you almost can't find it difficult to, how am I trying to say this? It's like you're almost you're almost observing other people so much that you don't observe yourself, which is obviously quite hard to do. But yeah, basically your energy also impacts the environment that it's in just as much as everyone else's does. So I think it's just like thinking about what your energy is doing, like thinking about how you're thinking as well, because you're going to be impacting other people, because people are a reflection of you. You get me? Yeah, get me, no. Okay, so that is everything I have for you guys, plan number 4. Thank you so much for watching this reading. If you enjoyed it, then please give it a thumbs up and comment down below. If it resonated with you, want to see more from me, you can subscribe down below. I post mostly spiritual and lifestyle content, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!